Don't crash on the first turn.
I'm bad at this. Hello guys, welcome to Outspoken. This time I'm with Brendan Fairclough, the man, the legend, the myth, the stylish, the most easy rider I would say in the racing circuit for sure. Maybe in mountain bike.
Hello, sir.
Good to have you, man.
Bonjour, ça va?
We are after qualies, and you were just saying that you didn't have a crash for years.
No.
Until today. What happened?
We're after qualies and I'm drinking a beer, which means the qualies went bad.
Why did you crash now?
No.
And not the years before?
Today I crashed in the first corner. I did a Loic Bruni 2 years ago. I have no excuse, obviously, it's rider error.
But did you have more pressure?
No, really, no. Honestly, okay. Like I think honestly, no. Like I'm in a really good space. Fortunately, I'm not you. I don't have that number one plate. You know, you've got a lot of pressure, dude. There's like number one. You winning races. It's an amazing position you're in. I'm not in that position right now, which is I have been close to that position. I've been fighting for a top 3 overall, but right now I'm in a super good position. Like no one expects me to win. I'm not fighting for points in the overall. I'm just getting back into the swing of things, and I'm really, really enjoying racing again.
Okay.
I'm on like a bike that works. I'm pretty happy. I'm feeling pretty strong and pretty good. So I honestly, to answer your question, I didn't really feel any pressure. I just made a mistake, a stupid mistake in the first corner. It just came in. I had a good time practice.
Yeah.
Like I was feeling, and that was a nice run. Feeling the flow. Dried out a lot. I had good practice this morning. I was like, shit, like this could be dangerous. I felt like good, like in Lenzerheide, I felt pretty good, and then I just
It's hard, huh?
Yeah, it's tough. It sucks, and
maybe you felt too good.
Maybe, yes. You know, sometimes back in the day, like I remember Sam Hill when I was riding with Sam. We'd practice together. We'd both feel good. Often, the last practice run before finals, he'd crash, like huge fucking crash, like cuts, like peaks off, and he's like, oh. Like, honestly, he'd have huge crashes, and I'd be there like, oh my God, that's insane. Like, if I'd crashed the last run before my final, I'd be in, like, crazy space. But yeah, no, it's good. I'm in one piece, a few cuts.
I think it's good sometimes to crash.
The heart is cracked in half, but it'll come back. It'll come back.
You've seen worse, for sure.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
But it's good that you're feeling, even though you're saying you're not fighting for the overall or for the win, in your head you still have the top spots. And then you could feel it this time, because in Lenzerheide you were 6th. You were so close from the podium. When was the last time you were the podium feeling, you know?
Yeah, 4 years ago I was on the podium, so it's been a long time. And
maybe it's hard to deal with that again.
Yeah, maybe, I think I've come in and I obviously missed a few World Cups from a stupid injury from filming. But I'm feeling in a good position, and I just like to, what I call it, like being in the mix.
Yeah.
Like not 10 seconds off you. You know, when I'm in the mix and I can see my times are close and I'm riding pretty good, it's a good feeling, you know. So for me, like my goal is back in the top 10, like consistently feeling good in the top 10. So that for me, that would be doing a good time practice, being in the top 10, and then quali. Quali for me is hard because I can't push. I don't normally push really hard because you're not protected, as you know. So, and I'm not fighting for points.
True.
So, to get through quali, and the goal for quali is normally just to get on TV. And then
to get on TV and to
in the top 20.
Yeah, and to have a good shot at a good result, you know.
And then in the final, just like this. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good. Like I said, I'm just loving racing again, which is a good feeling. So yeah.
And did you go to Loose Fest in Belgium?
No.
Because I didn't see you there. Are you maybe focusing more on racing at the end of the year? Or than free ride?
Yeah, for sure. Focusing a bit. I had like loads of stuff to do, and I'm like traveling too much. I'm doing like a series at the minute called The Dog's Life. So it's like traveling around to destinations and filming an edit. And then we're filming like a longer piece to go with the edit.
Okay.
So it'll be coming out soon in the end of the year. But so filming as well. Also like yourself, doing lots of filming. But I've got lots of stuff on. So you have to prioritize, like with what. So we've already got Hardline coming up, Rampage coming up, all these edits I want to do. So I was like, Brendan, be sensible. Don't fly everywhere. Yeah. Nice. Getting old, I think, dude.
Is it because you got married a few weeks ago? Congrats again.
Yeah, thank you.
Did that change a little bit stuff in your life, or is it just
really
natural
progression? You know, like really no. Just I've been with Hannah for so long now. It's like that's the next step, and it was a lovely outdoor, mellow, chilled out vibe. So no pressure. It didn't really change much. It was cool. Okay. You know, everyone said, "Oh, your wedding's going to be the best day of your life," and I was thinking, no fucking way. It can't be better than a World Cup podium. Can't be better than finishing Rampage, like walking away. But it was a cool day. Like, everyone's there for you, and it's cool.
It's a different.
It's a different cool. It's a different best day of your life.
For sure.
Not the best day of my life. One of them.
But yeah, you're the most free racer.
Yeah.
Of all of us, I would say.
Yeah.
Are you happy to have this label on you, or would you like to get out of it to be able to be?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I didn't choose it.
No, obviously.
I didn't choose it.
But
in my heart, I'm a racer. But I can't sit still. Okay. And I just want to I see people jumping big jumps, and I'm like, I want to jump big jumps, you know? I like see people doing flips and 360s. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, okay. I can't sit still, and I'm never happy. I am happy, but I'm never
satisfied, kind of.
Yeah, with my racing, I've been at a point where I'm not fighting for the overall. I'm there or thereabouts. Even 5 or 6 years ago when I was in the top 10 every weekend, but even then I wasn't fighting for the number one. So I think if I was fighting for the number one, for sure, then my priorities would have changed. But I was floating around and doing good at World Cups, and then I've got some spare time.
But don't you think?
Let's go jump some jumps.
Yeah, but
I know.
Don't you think if you were close to that top spot, if you would have anyway prioritized it?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you would have been able to go to that top spot.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
No, for sure, I 100% agree.
So it's hard to.
But for sure, honestly, I have no regrets. I look back and I think, shit, maybe I should have trained more or done more, gone to San Remo more and done time testing or whatever.
Do you have no regrets in your career?
Regrets crashing today? No.
That's a regret, but
no,
it's
real
not
regret,
a choice.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah. Would I have changed much? Would I have changed much?
Maybe
would I
the trip where you got injured, or I don't know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
For filming this year.
Yeah. You can't though. You can't look back and think, shit, I shouldn't have done that.
Yes, you can, because you learn from that.
Okay, yeah.
No?
But I would have done the you know, the start of where me doing crap is when I snapped my ACL in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably before, it was in 2013, so it's probably before you, were you racing in 2013? Yeah. There was, I had a number 6 number plate from the year before. So I was coming in pretty strong, feeling pretty good. And there was I knew that track was not good for me, flat pedals, flat. So I thought, shit, I need to do some crazy shit to get fast, to get my time. And there was a drop off at the top of the track that everyone was jumping off. And then there was another landing a lot far down.
Okay.
And I was looking at it and I was thinking, I can jump to that landing. So in my one of my final practice runs, I came in, jumped to the landing. I honestly must have made 2 seconds.
Really?
Honestly, 2 seconds. So I jumped it and I was like, oh, feeling super good. And in my quali, I think I did it. I jumped it really good, and my foot slipped off my pedal when I landed, and my foot went into the floor, and I snapped my ACL. So maybe a regret would be not doing that jump and saying, okay, you can deal with a shit World Cup result and just carry on. Don't do something really stupid.
Because it took a while to come back from that?
Yeah, like with confidence, and I snapped my ACL. Then I had 8 months recovery. And then a year to the day when I snapped it again. And then me and my surgeon and my physio decided to leave the ACL out. Because I had a hamstring reconstruction, so they take that out and they cut a hole there. They drill a hole through your femur.
Whoa!
Put it through. It's crazy. It's a lot of recovery, and you've got to be careful and whatever.
Whoa! Yeah, and don't rush.
No, exactly. Don't rush, because when they take it out and they put it in, it's strong, so it gets weaker over 3 months.
Okay.
And then you have to build the strength again.
Okay.
So you feel good and you're like, I can ride, but you can't. Like, you need to be careful and you need to. Anyway, that was maybe a regret. That's a regret.
And with it's okay. It's not you have one, and it's not.
Yeah.
It didn't make you lose everything.
No.
But
have you got a regret?
Yeah. yeah.
It's not all about me. What about you?
It's hard to find one just like that, but maybe one of my biggest regret was Worlds in 16.
Yeah.
In Val di Sol.
Yeah.
I did not really. Normally, sometimes I go look at the first turn.
Yeah.
Just to look. To be
I should have done that today.
Yeah, see? Maybe it's a regret too. And I didn't see a new rock that was really out of the dirt.
Yeah.
And when I started the run, first turn, broke the wheel there. So I was like, I kind of had the instinct of going to check it out, but I didn't. I was like, it's okay. So like a little bit overconfident, not conscious enough.
Yeah.
And that's the first one that comes to my mind, but there is maybe other ones. But.
So, did your wheel?
So I broke the side of the wheel and I flatted. And like before the first, the technical part, it was flat, so it was over, and I felt good. So I was like, damn. But it's like this,
Oh shit!
Did
you have a good time practice and quality and stuff?
Yeah. I was second, just behind Danny, and I was like, yeah, I got this.
Oh,
but sometimes that's what I mean. Overconfidence can also lead to stupid mistakes like that.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
How do you find the?
You have to feel that you are overconfident.
Yeah.
Then you're like, okay, be careful, come back down.
Yeah.
What could go wrong? And then you start to be good again. I think.
I actually felt a bit like that yesterday. I felt like I did one time practice and I was really scrappy, and then I went up and I did another time practice, and I had some flow. I just said, you don't need to prove anything, just have a flow.
Yeah, and it's
just
time training.
Flow and it's time training. Who cares?
Yeah.
I just wanted to get a good full run in, because I find like this track like not easy but not super physical.
True.
So I can really focus and I know everything and I'm hitting stuff, and whereas Val di Sol for me is really horrible. Like with flat pedals especially, I'm like, I feel like I'm riding like this, like hands on my handlebars, and I'm like that, like one eye shut, just like. But here I'm like really like I feel like myself. I'm hitting the cut turns. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Anyway, like I was like, so I did a nice cruisy run. I had a pretty good time, whatever, and then I had a really good practice this morning. And I was like, shit, I found some more time. And I was like, yeah, this is super good. So maybe I did feel a bit overconfident and I didn't realise.
Yeah, maybe now you will.
Yeah, because I actually had to go up a helmet size this morning.
Really?
Yeah, because my head was so big. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling so good.
Oh, yeah. I saw that motor helmet. Big time.
Yeah, I took the padding out and just put a motor helmet
on. Coming back to the free racer.
Yeah.
Def Grip, Brandog, like you have a pretty massive name brand.
Yeah.
/brand.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, and how did you build it? Is it something you started to care about, or is it something that came alone?
Honestly, I've never thought of it as a brand.
Okay.
Like I I'm quite passionate about filming, and I hate filming. It's hard. You have to push up. You have to work hard. You have to.
I totally agree.
Do so much shit you don't want to do. Like, I don't want to go and dig in the desert for a week. I don't want to go and push up the hill for one shot. I don't want to. Every turn you have to make it so it looks so good. Like, that's so hard to do.
But you want the video to be sick.
But the last end result is cool. And I want to, like, why I'm here now is because when I was a kid, I was, like, looking at videos of, like, riders. And I was like, wow, that's so sick. Like, I want to do that. Shit.
Yeah.
I want to, like, help get kids off their phones, off their computers, and on their bikes. Even though I guess making videos makes them on their phone more.
Well, if you want to watch your video,
it has
to be there.
So watch it and then go in the woods.
Okay.
But I like that stuff, and like, I think for me that the shelf life of a video, of an edit, is sometimes more than a result. Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think sometimes, like, let's make it about me now. Say I get a top 10 at World Cup. For me, that's an amazing result. I'm so stoked. Everyone around me's like, yeah, this is so sick, blah, 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 blah. The next weekend comes, I crash in the first turn. The result is forgotten about. You know what I mean?
It's true. When the video is always
if you have
there.
a video and you've spent time on the video and people can go back to it and watch it and go, that was sick, that was cool.
It's
like, Loic hit that turn so rad, or he did a big whip there, whatever. They can go back. No, they didn't say that. You didn't do a big whip.
Yeah, I was like, what? Doesn't make sense.
No, but you know what I mean? It has like a longer shelf life.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think for me, like, racing is obviously the most important for me. Like, that's where I've learned all my skills and everything we do.
Every year you're racing.
Yeah, and I just love it, and especially now I love it even more. Like, I have a competitive bike now. Like, I'm feeling good, so it makes me like more hungry for it.
Okay.
Whereas a couple of years ago, maybe not such a. Well, I'm not going to say anything, but I just was like losing I was feeling good on my bike, but I wasn't getting the results, and I was losing a bit of the
fire.
Yeah, the fire. But now I'm like fired up.
I have a question that I think many people maybe have. Is how do you train?
How do I train?
Because how do you train and what do you think about the top guys in downhill nowadays?
Yeah.
When you've seen Sam Hill,
all
these guys.
For sure, training is for me. I travel a lot, so I can't have like a designated schedule every day like that.
Okay.
But I definitely spend at least 3 days in the gym. I ride. I don't really do too many intervals, but I do a lot of trail riding, a lot of cross-country riding.
Okay.
I've actually trained a lot with Bernard this year. Like, me and Bernard have been in the gym a lot this year.
And Bernard has been going hard.
Yeah, Bernard's really fit. Bernard's been really on fire this year. But we train all the time. We train like in the January, February, March. We train like 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times a week in the gym. So I'm strong. I'm ready. But yeah, maybe not as strong as you. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling pretty good. But training for me is a bit different because it's like I've had so many years of racing. I've seen Sam Hill train. I've seen Greg train. I've seen all these athletes train, and I've seen people do diets, people not do diets, people have mental coaches, people have everything, and I've always like looked from afar and just thought, it doesn't look that cool.
Okay.
Like, I've always done my own sort of thing, but I definitely previous years I had Alan Milway training me.
Okay.
So I'd see him a lot. He was really useful because I'd be on the phone to him a lot. I'd go see him a couple of times a week. But often, believe it or not, he'd be like, dude, you need to like not train less, definitely not, but like maybe not ride so much.
Okay.
I ride like all the time. Like, I'm just want to ride. Like, I'll go train in the morning, and then my friend will call me up. Hey, Brendan, do you want to go for a ride? I'm like, yeah. And I'll be super tired, and I just can't say no. I'm really bad at saying no.
You're more passionate than pro. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Me dating a cross country chick now.
Yeah.
I can see that it's a job.
Yeah.
Like she recovers. Recovery is part of the thing.
Yeah, I've never recovered.
Organization.
You know?
See, like it's really important. But what do you think? Then you've trained with Greg. You've been teammate with a lot of legends.
Yeah.
Was it better before? How do you see? How did you? I didn't ask that question to Greg actually, but how do you what do you think about the evolution from 10 years?
Let's say 10 years. I think everyone says, everyone says, oh, the level's got so crazy high, blah, blah. I don't think it's got any higher. I think the level is the same, but there's like a deeper field.
Yeah.
There's more people, like, people can see, like, and also what I think about mountain biking is such a really cool sport, is that, which makes it cooler than so many sports. Every single motorsport is cooler than. The reason being is, I go see you ride. I can go buy your bike. I can go buy your handlebars. I can go buy your brakes. I can buy your suspension. Like, I can buy your bike. Like, that means it's more accessible for me to be you. Then you're not doing anything super crazy. You're like training. You're doing whatever. Like, it's not like you don't have to have 100 grand to start riding mountain bikes.
True.
You can get a good bike. I can see what you're. Oh, Loic's riding this tire. Loic's riding that tire. I don't know your settings, but I can have your bike and I can have that, and I can have 90% of your bike. You know.
Yeah.
And on the World Cup circuit, like we're all on Fox suspension, it's a shock you buy off the shelf. Like Danny's riding a shock you buy from the shelf, and a fork you buy from the shelf. How cool is that? You go motorsport, you can't buy one single thing that those top guys are driving, you know? True. Or like even motocross, that you have to spend 50 grand on your engine, you got to spend 20 grand on your suspension. You know what I mean?
But even MotoGP guys, they don't even have the bikes at home for training.
Exactly.
Just the team brings it for the races or testing.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
And the motor costs 1 million.
Yeah.
MotoGP.
A MotoGP bike is 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah. So when they, it's really like,
all the mechanics like, no.
But at the same time, it's also expensive when you think about it, because the market of downhill.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's an easy sport to get into. I'm not saying it's cheap, but I'm saying it's accessible.
Yeah, if you really want to,
and
you have a little bit of money.
Yeah. If you really want to, I could go buy your bike. I could go buy Danny's bike. You know.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool.
True.
Which I think that part's cool. So.
But the good thing about downhill is that it's always been an image.
Yeah.
So you want to buy, maybe 70% of the people, they want to buy the same image that you give to the bike or to the brand.
Yeah.
Same for the gear, but not exactly, because selling downhill bikes for a company, I think, is not massive.
No.
They make some money out of it for sure, but compared to enduros, cross country, it's nothing.
So I think how you have to consider downhill is the F1 of motorsport.
Yeah.
Because F1, it creates the most brand publicity.
Yeah.
They get the most brand image. They get the most coverage. They get everything. But I cannot buy a Formula 1 car. I can't go buy a Ferrari Formula 1 car. But if Ferrari are winning the World Cup overall, they're winning the Grand Prix, then that's image, you know. So it's the same with downhill. Sure. Like my friends at home, they're like, oh, Loic's on the new Specialized bike. They might go and buy the new Specialized trail bike.
Yeah.
Obviously they won't. They'll buy this Scott one. But anyway, no, I'm joking. But it's like the brand, you know. They're like, oh,
I know
Loic's cool, but I don't want to ride down. I want to ride trail bikes, but I'll ride the trail bike.
I feel like that's what makes downhill survive.
Yeah.
Through all the e-bike thing, enduro thing. Because now people just want to do everything with one bike. Yeah. Which is not the case with the downhill bike. So I think we're pretty lucky with that.
And how spectacular is it to watch? It's cool to watch.
Yeah. Let's talk about after World Champs, until we'll come back to World Champs. Let's talk about World Champs.
Yeah.
How good is it to be back in the team? Good job. Congratulations.
It's a win already. No, dude, it's for one, I love that track. I love Mount St. Anne. It's like an outdoor motocross track, whether it's dry, whether it's wet.
True.
You just like, I love that track. It's just cool to represent my country again. It's cool to be in the top boys of the country, especially with England. You know, it's pretty hard,
high level,
pretty high level. Yeah, dude, I'm so stoked for that.
How happy are you about shaving Sven eyebrows?
Lucky your eyebrows don't have to go.
That'd be bad. You only the fucking massive like blade.
He's a hedge cutter. No, yeah, Sven's eyebrows are for sure going.
I love that. Going. So I can't wait to see.
He said to me, like, me and him have a really great relationship. We're chatting shit, and he's like, "Yeah, you won't get a top 10." And I was like, "Dude, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm getting a top 10, dude." And I was like, "Dude, my bike's good. Been training hard. Like, I'm keen. I'm getting a top 10." He's like, "You won't get a top 10."
He didn't believe you.
Yeah, and I was like, "I'm getting a top 10, dude. I'm getting a top." He goes, "I can get a top 10." And he goes, "No, you're not getting a top 10." So he goes, "If you get a top 10, you can shave my eyebrows off." And I said, "Done." And I said, "What if I don't get a top 10? And he goes, "You won't get a top 10. There's no, don't worry about it." So I was like, it's a one-way bet. So anyway, in Lenzerheide,
that's good.
I was on the hot seat, and the people were coming down, and I looked at my time, and I was like, I was pretty stoked in that time. I was like, that's a pretty good time. Thought it might be top 15. Then people come down, I was like, shit, this might be top 10. And it got top 10, and as soon as top 10, I wanted to jump off and go and see Sven. But yeah, no, in Lenzerheide, like, and then people like came down. I was like, shit, 9th, 8th, 7th, shit, this could be. No,
that was solid, huh?
Yeah, no, it's solid. I just felt like I did this weekend. I felt just solid and smooth. Anyway, yeah, Sven's eyebrows are coming off the World Champs.
Stay tuned for that.
They are coming off in slow-mo with everyone watching.
They don't look so funny.
I might bick them, actually. You know, like the razor?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, better not.
You'll put some fake ones, maybe.
Yeah, you will. You could steal some of yours, maybe.
Yeah, some duct tape will be the same as mine, for sure. After that, you go to straightaway, or maybe not, to Rampage? Not to go to Hardline and Rampage?
No, yeah, we go there, World Cup finals, and then Are you doing Hardline?
No. I'm in US.
Oh, US Open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah. So we do Hardline. Then I'm training hard for Rampage.
What is Rampage like?
It's the worst event you could ever go to in your life.
Was scary or what?
You have to dig in like 35-degree heat for 8 days.
Oh.
And then you have to jump off a crazy cliff at the end. So why do you want to go there? No, but to be honest, it's been a huge part of my kind of career, and I love it and I hate it.
Yeah.
Because just because it's such hard work, it's so crazy scary. But I just love being there. I love being part of it. I love the digging part. I love pushing myself, like stuff I don't want to do. I guess that's kind of like every time you get like that feeling, you're just like fuck, and you walk away, and you just like yeah.
Because it's good. You're part of the top guys there.
Yeah.
But how is it to compete with a judge?
Dude.
Because you've never, like in downhill, it's easy.
Yeah.
You're fast on that. Because last year, I think you were a little bit rough.
Yeah, but it's hard for me because like you said, we never do judged events. And for me, it's hard because all the judges I have huge respect for.
Yeah.
They're amazing riders. I like them as friends. I respect their riding. Like,
it must be hard then for them.
Yeah, so I got the result and I was like,
bitches!
Wow, that sucks, dude. But at first I was like, oh, it's okay. I'm down safe. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm not going to do a second run anyway because I can't do anything better. Like, I'd flip my jumper, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, we were like, this is a story that no one actually knows.
Ah, nice.
So, actually, shit, I can't tell this story.
Come on, tell us, man.
I can't, 'cause it's about... So I went down the first round, all good. And then we packed like my bike away, like, 'cause I didn't want to do second run. So I put we had like a buggy that we drive in and out. So I don't want to do second run. I spoke to my mechanic. That's all good. So we went up the hill and looked, and then we were winning like the fan award or whatever. Like And I was like, shit, maybe I should do like a second run just to like. I didn't really understand what was going on because I was like, I've done the best run I can. I'm in like whatever position. I can't do anything better. Why would I do a second run? But anyway, my shock was in the buggy, and a couple of friends of mine were at the race. Like Honda gave me a buggy, and then the guys from Honda came, and then they drove. Then after the first run, they drove out, but they didn't take my shock out of the buggy.
Oh no!
So I was like, right, I'm gonna do a second run. So I spoke to my mechanic, Gav. So he ran back to the buggy, but the buggy was gone. So I was like, I had no
Maybe
shock in my bike. And I was just like, okay, that's fate, you know. Like, I would have probably crashed on the second run.
Maybe it was a good thing.
Because I was pissed, I was annoyed. Not pissed, like drunk. I was pissed off, annoyed. I couldn't have done anything better. So that's probably fate, actually, that I didn't
Maybe that was also, not like today, but your ego was like, okay, fuck it, I'm going to do a second one, and that would be a mistake.
Exactly, yeah.
Maybe that would have been a regret.
Yeah, that would have been a regret. But anyway, so that was that. And but like you said, it's hard for me to, because I have respect for the judges. I really do. Like Nico, KJ, those guys, I ride with them. They're good riders. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe they were just maybe they were a bit drunk when they were judging, or maybe they were like didn't see my run or something. No, that's all good. I've got no. I'm not really bitter about it because I did what I can do, and I really, honestly, I'm not. Like I did what I could do. We did the best possible job we could do. I have zero regrets from our line. I think we built like such a unique, cool, amazing line. Like we were the only line top to bottom where it was just us. Like everyone else shared stuff.
Yeah.
And like I'm gonna bitch about Rampage a bit. Like they said at the beginning, it's more free ride, so it's more like how the old Rampage was. It's not about tricks. It's not about this stuff.
And you did that.
And I did that, and then I looked over at the other people's lines. There's this massive packed landings, and like
yeah, that's just
like
tech.
Yeah, and nothing tech, no like steep crazy shit. And our line had huge rock gap, huge canyon gap, crazy stuff in between, a big like gully I rode down. I really have no regrets, so I can't be pissed off.
Okay.
So I walked away obviously disappointed with my result, but also happy that I survived and we're into the next one.
Are you happy that G is going to be there?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah?
I think it's cool. I think another racer there is going to bring a new aspect to it again. I think, you know, G's obviously had a tough racing year this year.
But so he's pretty crazy on the freeride.
Yeah,
like
he's always been crazy, yeah. Like I remember previous years we were there and we were like watching some of the stuff he was doing. And I was like, but I equally have seen some of the biggest crashes from G of my life.
Really?
Yeah, like he's crazy, dude. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good to watch, and for sure I don't want him to beat me. Yeah, but it's gonna be cool to be out there with him, and it's a good vibe, and when you're there, like you team up with people, and it's a good vibe, and it's a good like family sort of thing.
But I feel like I know a little bit Andreu, a little bit Pef, you know, some free riders, but I'm not a free racer.
Yeah.
I feel like you are the most accepted guy
in
out
the
there
free race.
Yeah, because for them, they don't like to share their work with anyone, just people they like. So you will be one of the one they will accept in the pack. Let's say.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
No, it's cool. I've built up that sort of relationship, and you know what, those free riders respect racers, you know, which is really cool. Like they know what we do, so it's cool. But I like that side. I like where I'm at right now. I really like where I'm at. Like I can do a World Cup and maybe be in the mix, and I can go to a free ride event, maybe be in the mix. I like where I'm at, and then we've got some really cool videos coming out at the end of the year, so that's really cool. So yeah, maybe not too many regrets. We're good.
You're an accomplished man. So you're talking about your series coming out. What's next for Brandog? Like next middle term.
What's my 5-year goal?
Yeah, not goal, but are you gonna do more training now that you know you can do podiums again?
Yeah.
Are you gonna change maybe some sponsors, some habits, some events?
Habits, maybe. Let me think. Habits. Maybe try to say no more. I say no more, which is hard.
Yeah.
But I just like, invite to this, invite to that. Can you film this? Can you film that? I'm just like, yeah. And I sometimes wear myself thin.
Yeah, and then you're trapped into...
Yeah, and then I'm trapped and I can't train and then I miss weeks of training. So I'm going to say no more. I definitely want to race at least another 1 or 2 more years.
Okay.
Yeah, like...
At least.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, because now you're back to...
Whether I'm back or not, I like where I'm at and I think my sponsors are happy and I'm doing a pretty good job and I'm presenting the brand pretty well. The bike's cool. And yeah, but then we're going to keep up with the dog's life, do some more. We do a four-part series every year, so we do maybe some more next year. Yeah, we're good.
Cool,
we're good. Man. I would definitely want to ride my downhill bike more in the winter because I never ever ride. Like I just ride trail bikes all the time, and then I'll come and just ride my downhill bike.
But where you live, it's also
it's hard. Yeah. So maybe more trips to south of France.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you
in the rocks.
Kidding. But just one last thing. I remember seeing you in Queenstown and testing early season. Yeah, before the season.
Yeah.
And you were like, 29 is the best. Oh my god. I was like, okay. And then you were like, a few days after, I was 27 behind. And then you slightly went back to
for sure. I'm 100% 27 on the rear, 29 on the front.
Okay, because you're the only one riding that in the team.
Yeah.
At the moment.
I'll tell you the story. The story is we got this new bike. It's like a new beginning for me in a way, like a completely new bike. And I think the bike's, I keep going on about the bike, but I'm stoked on the bike. It's like light, the suspension works, it's easy for Fox to figure out the curve, blah, blah, blah. We're in a good place. So I thought I'm going to go to New Zealand to ride my downhill bike. On paper, I think 29 must be faster. In my head, I think must be faster because it just must roll better. So I'd never ridden 29 before really, apart from like maybe a couple of runs. Put 29 on my trail bike, put 29 on my downhill bike and flew to Queenstown for 2.5 weeks. I was like, I'm just going to get used to it. I'm going to ride 29 every day on my trail bike for training rides and on my downhill bike. I'm going to get used to it. So I was riding for like a week, getting into it. You know, the first weeks. Then I started doing some like time runs. Not time, but like faster, like World Cup runs, like 3 minutes, like hard. And I could ride for a week and I'd love the 29. And as soon as I pushed, I'd like stand myself up in corners. I'd like hit my ass on my tire, and I lost the flow. Okay. And I was like, this sucks. Like this is not me. Like I don't hit my ass on my tire. I never stand myself up in a corner. That's the worst feeling you can ever have on a bike, huh?
Yeah.
Like when you stand yourself up, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and you're against it, like.
Yeah, and you like want to put that foot out. I was like, that's not me. I never do that.
Yeah, so your style was
when I was like cruising, I could ride fine. When I pushed, it was not fine. So I was
exactly the same
as you.
Yeah, I have felt. So I'm happy.
So then I was looking at you and I was like, fucking the bike looks weird, like different wheels. So I was like, I'm gonna try that. So I honestly put it on and I could just start ripping turns again. I was like. Then I put it on my trail bike and on my downhill bike.
Trail bike too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I like to keep it, because I never ride my downhill bike. I probably ever ride it. So I like to make it similar to my downhill bike. So I've got 165 cranks on it, same wheels, same tyres, same bars, same brakes. Just so when I get on my downhill bike, it's not crazy different. Yeah. Not smart, but just,
Nah, I think it's smart.
But yeah, so that's what I did. And yeah. Love the. I'm not going to call it mullet 'cause it's not mullet, but love the mixer. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, man. See you in Mont Saint-Anne next.
Good luck tomorrow, dude.
Thank you.
I'll be cheering for you.
Thanks, man. And then keep it up. I hope you train well for MSA because it's a long one.
It's good.
And we'll see.
I feel like I've talked too much. Sorry.
No,
I feel
it's
like
good. I'm not supposed to talk.
Everyone knows
much.
about you anyway.
I'm not supposed to talk that much. I'm asking. I want to go where I want to go.
Okay, cool. Ciao.
See you.
Thank you.
See you Monday.